in a key NFC showdown. The NFL season. With 5 straight victories, LA roared to the top of the NFC West. The sweetest win came against the arch-rival 49ers. Mike Lansford last-second field goal won it for the Rams. But life atop the NFL is a hazardous ride loaded with frustration. The Rams suffered through a 4-game losing streak. The most disappointing, a 23-21 loss to the Vikings, a game the Rams lost on a block punt in overtime. Now the Rams are riding high once again, boosted by consecutive victories over the Giants and the Cardinals. Quarterback Jim Everett riddled the Giants' feared defense, throwing for 295 yards and 2 touchdowns. Everett is the key to the Rams' playoff drive. Now in his 4th year, he has clearly established himself as the heart and soul of the Rams' offense. Everett's ultimate weapon is wide receiver Henry Ellard, whose awesome skills make him one of the NFL's premier pass receivers. But about an hour ago, the Rams decided Ellard can't play tonight because of a pulled muscle in his right leg. The Saints started the season on a downer, losing 4 of their first 5. And even the most reliable Saint could not answer New Orleans' prayers for a victory. But somehow the Saints marched on, winning 5 of their last 6 to reemerge as a playoff contender. Leading the resurgence is the running game, keyed by underrated Dalton Hilliard, who leads the league in rushing touchdowns. For the Saints to be invited to the postseason party, quarterback Bobby Hebert must rearm an inconsistent passing attack. His main target, Pro Bowl wide receiver Eric Martin. Outside linebacker Pat Swilling has developed into one of the game's most dominant players. He has 13.5 sacks, all coming in his last 7 games. Tonight, he'll be in pursuit of Jim Everett as the Saints continue their quest for the playoffs and the Rams seek to close in on the 49ers. Where more than 65,000 fans have come to see the Saints against the Rams. Let's update you on the NFC playoff picture as it stands right now. The Giants in the East, Minnesota and Green Bay tied in the tough Central. Sanford 8-4 has the edge on everyone. The Rams could tie them tonight. New Orleans could get to 7-5 with a win for the Rams and the Saints. The point is, neither can afford to lose. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick, and it's great to have you with us on ESPN. The Rams got some bad news tonight. Their brilliant wide receiver, Henry Ellard, will not be able to play because of a pulled muscle in his leg. And Joe Theismann, what does that mean to the Rams offense?
Well, it means that Aaron Cox, who started a year ago and played quite a bit of football, now gets a chance to come to the forefront. Obviously, you're going to be hurt by not having Ellard in there. But Cox can fill in, do a real good job. Yeah. Also, if they go to 4 wide receivers, which I think they will, Pete Holohan will take a wide receiver position.
All right, the last time these teams met, it was a great day for Bobby Hebert, not such a great day for Jim Everett. It's going to come down to the quarterbacks again.
This is a quarterback's football game. Hebert, by his own admittance, is coming off the worst performance last week in his career. Now, he's a guy who's going to have to set short and get rid of the football. Look for the Rams to come after him and try and set those linebackers just 6-7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, come after him with the front 4. Everett on the other side, the Saints are going to try and blitz him because they know he gets happy feet. And when I talked to Jim Everett, you can tell by how big this football game is, he said he hasn't slept all week long.
John Robinson, in his 7th year, he's won 60% of his games with the Rams and has taken the club in the postseason 5 times. Jim Mora, in his 4th season with the Saints, the only man who has ever coached this club to a winning record and the playoffs. The Saints will kick off. Morton Anderson will do the job. Robert Del Pino and Ron Brown are deep to receive. Most of the time, you do not get to return a Morton Anderson kick, especially at the Superdome. And the Rams will get to start again from their own 20. Jim Everett has established himself as one of the league's premier quarterbacks. He appears to be over a hip pointer and ready for the stretch run. Henry Ellard will not start tonight because of a pulled leg muscle, so Flipper Anderson will be his big play target. He is averaging a league-leading 30.7 yards a catch. The offensive line is aging but extremely productive. Tom Newberry, the youngster at 26, made the Pro Bowl a year ago. action by Everett. Throws complete at the 35-yard line. Had flipper Anderson. Toy Cook was with him, but couldn't stop the pass. The Saints lead the league in defense against the run. Noseman Jim Wilkes leads the down lineman in sacks. He has 4. But getting the quarterback is the specialty of Pat Swilling. He's second in the league with 13.5 sacks, all in the last 7 weeks. The linebackers as a group have always been the heart of this defense. A lot of changes in the secondary. The talent and aggressive play of Robert Massey allowed New Orleans to move Dave Waymer to safety. Everett out throwing quickly to Anderson, forced out of bounds, has another first down at the 45-yard line. Massey, the rookie, was out there on coverage.
Well, what we saw with the Rams doing, Mike, is they're coming out. First of all, they feel like they can't run the football effectively against the Saints. They're ranked number 1 defensively against the run. So what they want to do, because it's a John Robinson football team, they want to give the illusion of running, so they're running play-action passes. That was the first pass. The second one was a little bit of a hitch pattern in going to do tonight.
Robert Del Pino, number 39, is checked into the Rams' backfield. McGee in motion. And Del Pino gets the first carry. Breaks the tackle, gets to the 49-yard line. And Del Pino is the guy that John Robinson likes so much, he thinks he's going to be a superstar.
And the amazing thing about him is he's only played running back for 3 years. He was a wide receiver at Missouri, played a wishbone halfback. And talking to Jackie Slater yesterday, he said that there isn't a better coach in the National Football League to teach a guy how to be a running back than John Robinson.
Robinson called Del Pino a natural football player. He's finally getting more time. Kind of back he likes, someone who accelerates into the hole. 2nd and 6. Everett quickly out to Del Pino. Dives forward to the Saints' 41-yard line. Swilling was out there. Vaughn Johnson, Sam Mills was also in the area.
Talking to John Robinson, he said that ultimately what he wants in his backfield is he wants backs that have to be respected as pass receivers, whether they're lined up in the backfield or, as we saw Del Pino on that one, lined up outside wide. That's the big advantage that Del Pino gives him over Bell in the backfield.
You also may see something different from John Robinson next year. Instead of the eye, a set of split backs, both running backs. Johnson and Holohan both into the ball game. Comes the rush on Everett. Mills chasing it, and Everett unloads. The Saints came with a blitz that time, and Sam Mills at 5'9" still cast a big shadow on Jim Everett.
As we talked about, the way that the Saints feel like they can go after Everett, they want to get those feet moving. Now watch Mills, right side of your screen. He comes in right behind Slayton, who's pulling out to block. Now Tony Slayton goes, whoa, wait a second, where are you, Sam? And Jim does a good job, just unloads this one over to the cheap seats, almost gets to the people down on the floor.
2nd and 10 from the Saints' 41-yard line. Bell is the deep man in the eye. And he'll get the carry. Good block by McGee. Greg Bell to the 35-yard line. Bell 4th in the conference in rushing.
Key to this football game is going to be how well the Ram offensive line can block those inside linebackers, Vaughn Johnson and Sam Mills. Of course, Ricky Jackson.
4 wide receivers in the game. 5-man rush. Everett unloads. Complete to Cox. Looks like he has the first down at the 30, and he does. Robert Massey, the rookie out of North Carolina Central, was right there.
Take a look at Jim Everett's feet on this. You'll see how, and this is what we're talking about. See how he keeps this foot back? That's because Tom Newberry always steps on it, so that's why he lines up that way. See, now he's out of the way, so Newberry can't step on it. Now watch him set. He sets that right foot and then moves forward and delivers the ball. That's what he has to do tonight. See, the Saints, if they can get him pitter-patter and pit-around and getting those happy feet, it won't be a happy night for Jim Everett.
Been a happy everything so far. 4 out of 5, 43 yards. First down at the 30. Bell drags Vaughn Johnson with him forward. Johnson is a very underrated linebacker.
This league, now,